Breaking New York Knicks news. Mitchell Robinson is back and he gets paid. The big fella comes back to the New York Knicks on a 4-year contract worth $60 million. Congratulations to Mitchell Robinson. This is a player that the New York Knicks drafted in the second round 4 years ago, and we developed a kid that was so raw, such a player with upside, and the Knicks molded this player into the dominant big man that he is going to be for the next 4 seasons with the New York Knicks. I'm pumped up about this. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm a huge Mitchell Robinson guy, and I always wanted him to be the Knicks center long term because that tells me that the Knicks developed him properly. That tells me that the Knicks really believe in him to be the guy, and this is a really big time move for the New York Knicks on so many different levels because, first of all, now our centers are locked up. We got Mitchell Robinson, we got Isaiah Hartenstein, we got Jericho Sims. Those are 3 big men that I'm very comfortable going into the season with. And we still have Taj Gibson on the contract. We did not waive him. I don't know if that's going to be something we're going to do in the near future to free up some cap space, but we will see. But this is some great news that the New York Knicks are taking care of their own players. They prioritize making sure that Mitchell Robinson did not go anywhere else. He stayed put with the New York Knicks, getting his contract, getting paid around $15 million per year. I don't know any of the details of the contract yet. We do not know the AAV in terms of if it's a descending deal or an ascending deal, or if it's just a $15 million per year. Is there going to be a player option or a team option after, the first 3 seasons? We do not know the details of that just yet, but I'm sure those details will be coming out soon. And of course, I'll be updating you guys when I figure that all out. So I'm pretty pumped up right now. Let's get into the chat. Let's hear what you guys have to say. If you guys are watching this live, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, or if you're watching on replay, welcome into Knicks Media. Breaking news: the New York Knicks have re-signed Mitchell Robinson. And of course, help me out to get to 10,000 subscribers. We are on road to 10K watch. So if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and comment down below your thoughts of Mitchell Robinson getting a 4-year, $60 million contract by the New York Knicks. This is a really big move for the Knicks. We needed to make sure we locked him up because some people are saying, what if Mitchell Robinson walked out the door? What if he went somewhere else? Well, all of a sudden, the Knicks have a big-time hole at the center position. Well, that's not the case. Big Money Mitch is back with the Knicks. And a little fun fact, you guys, if you watch my channel, you know this already. I've said it multiple times on my channel, but I thought this is something that I had to bring up the day that Mitchell Robinson gets paid. Mitchell Robinson and I share the exact same birthday and year. So we are literally the same exact age to the T. April 1st, 1998, Mitchell Robinson was born. April 1st, 1998, your boy Richie was born. When I found that out when the Knicks drafted him, I just had a deep connection with him. Like, yo, this is my guy. This is the guy that's going to develop. He's going to get a second contract with the Knicks. He's going to be the long-term center. So it feels good. I'm pumped up. I'm really happy that Mitchell Robinson just got paid this type of money, man. He deserves it. Last year, he played 72 games, only missed 10 games. I know that the injury prone has been a narrative for Mitchell Robinson, but he took that out the door, and he proved that when he gets in shape and he has the ability to stay on the court, he's a dominant force. When he's in rhythm and when he's in his dominant shape, he can clean up the glass, second chance opportunities, defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds, blocking shots, high efficiency in the paint. Mitchell Robinson is still an ascending player, only 24 years old. So he's only getting better. The best is yet to come from Mitchell Robinson. Now we lock up Mitch in the prime of his career. Now the New York Knicks are doing what they need to do in the offseason by making big-time moves. Getting Jalen Brunson on a $104 million contract, Isaiah Hartenstein on a 2-year, $16 million contract. Now what's next? Are the Knicks going to be aggressive in the trade market? Because I would prefer them not to be done. I hope that they are not content. Let's hope that there's other moves on the horizon. And we're going to be talking about that in this stream as well. So welcome into the stream, guys. If you're pumped up that Mitchell Robinson is locked up long-term, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. We got 162 people live watching right now with 24 likes. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button for your boy if you're pumped up that Mitchell Robinson is indeed back. Wow, I spelled breaking wrong on my title because I was so pumped. I got to fix that. Good thing I noticed. Come on, Richie, you got to spell the word breaking wrong. No one's going to tell me that I spelled breaking wrong in the title because I was so pumped up and I was typing so fast. Typo. But let's go, baby. This is a really good move for the New York Knicks on so many different levels. And I just feel like, the Knicks offseason right now, they are setting this team up to be way better this season. There's no doubt about it. What the Knicks are doing in the offseason, it's not going to like make us championship contenders. But what it's doing is it's in the trajectory of this young team. We give Mitchell Robinson the money he deserves. We trade away all the veterans that basically have no value on this team anymore. We do not want to see Alec Burks trot out there this season. We did not want to see Nerlens Noel sit on the bench for half the season with an injury. We did not want to see Kemba Walker go out there and just do nothing out again. So the New York Knicks had to package with assets, trade those 3 players away, acquire some cap space in order to pursue an ascending young point guard in Jalen Brunson. We give him the contract. It's definitely a big-time contract. And by the way, the details of the Jalen Brunson deal is so team-friendly to the point where everybody that's freaking out that it's an overpay, look into the details of the contract. It's a descending deal. The Knicks are going to maintain cap flexibility as the deal goes on. He's going to get paid the most this season, and then it gets less and less and less, and that's only going to benefit the New York Knicks and as a player option after year number 3. So the Jalen Brunson deal is a way better deal than everybody is expecting. People just look at the number and they just think that it's the worst case scenario, but that's false. So when we look at Mitchell Robinson's deal, we don't know the details of it yet because the news literally just broke, and I'm here to break you guys the news because Mitchell Robinson is back with the Knicks. I was getting a little concerned, not going to lie. We see everybody just getting signed. We see all these moves happen yesterday at 6 p.m. And I'm like, all right, where's Mitch? Where's Mitch at? Where is Mitchell Robinson at? And then we wake up this morning. First thing I do when I wake up, I check Twitter. Is Mitchell Robinson re-signed? Nope. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little concerned here. Where is this Mitchell Robinson extension that I'm waiting so patiently for? And then, boom, Woj bomb. Mitchell Robinson agrees on a new 4-year, $60 million contract to stay with the New York Knicks. Woo! Because, guys, if Mitchell Robinson walked in free agency, do you have any idea how bad that would be for this Knicks team? Who the hell would be our center? Who? Jericho Sims and Isaiah Hartenstein? I like those 2 guys as depth and backups, but I don't like them as starters. Mitchell Robinson has proved in this league that he is a dominant force when everything's clicking for him. He is a very good, borderline elite rim protector. He has a presence to him where you're in the paint and he's like, hey, yo, you're not coming here. I'm going to absolutely destroy you. He also has a presence on the offensive glass that is absolutely ridiculous. Second chance points, putback dunks, getting the offensive board, kicking it back out. You know, there are some things that Mitch still needs to work on. And the best thing about Mitchell Robinson is he's not hit his peak yet. He's still getting better. He's still developing. And you got to take care of the players you develop. And you just got to give a big shout out to Mitch, right? This is a good time to be happy for our guy. You know, we watched Mitchell Robinson grow. Knicks fans that's been a fan of this team for a long time witnessed Mitchell Robinson be drafted in the 2nd round out of high school. He did not play in college. People said that he would have been a lottery pick if he actually went to college and played as a freshman, but he dropped to the 2nd round because he's an unknown talent that had a year off of basketball. He comes to the Knicks in the 2nd round as a very raw athletic rookie that needs to be developed. And remember, he had foul troubles early on his rookie season. He was very just a guy that could dunk on you but do all these different things where we knew if he could put it all together, he could be a dominant force in this league. So we watch Mitchell Robinson become a 2nd round pick, each year get better and better. He suffers a season-ending injury last year that set him back, but then this season was the year where he needed to prove that he can, first of all, stay on the court, and second of all, play at a high level, be a starting center in this league, be able to lock up big men that you go up against. And I feel like this is just a really good time for the Knicks fans to be happy. There's no reason why we should be upset right now. He deserves this contract, and the best is yet to come. We're not re-signing a washed-up veteran, guys. We're signing a guy who is 24 years old, entering the prime of his career. He's inked up for the next 4 seasons with Jalen Brunson. That's what we want to see from this Knicks front office. You take care of your own. Next up is RJ Barrett, baby. Next up is RJ Barrett. His offensive rebounding is elite. Yes, indeed, Sean. One of the best offensive rebounders in the entire NBA, and that is not me hyping it up. That is a fact. What he does on the offensive glass is next level. Absolutely love it. I love every single second about it, baby. So let me hear your thoughts in the chat about Mitchell Robinson being signed to a 4-year, $60 million contract. How you guys feeling? You guys pumped up? Or what? Or do we have some people that don't like this contract and they're pissed off? Love to hear what you guys have to say. Let's hear what you guys think about this news. We have 437 people tuning in with 69 likes. Can we get to 100 likes for Mitchell Robinson? Can we get to 100 likes? Or what? Listen, this is a big contract for Mitchell Robinson, but it's fair market value in my opinion. Elite rim protector, elite off rebounder, elite slasher, elite money, blockness monster, Mitch. Hell yeah, baby. A bit too much. Yeah, listen, it definitely is a lot of money for Mitchell Robinson. I think that he deserves it in my opinion. I think that Mitchell Robinson has proved that he's worth where if they don't offer him this contract, he easily walks in free agency. That's another thing. So you got to overpay a little bit. And remember, guys, the salary cap in the NBA is going up. So that means there's going to be contracts being handed out to everybody around the league, and it seems like an overpay. That's the way it works. I love Mitch. I just wish he developed a bit of a shooting game to stretch the floor more. But defensively, he's a monster. Yeah, defensively is why he's getting paid this much money. He's getting paid this much money to be a rim protector, to be a high-energy guy, to be an offensive dominant rebounder, to be a lob threat, to be a guy that can just, do everything you want. Now, there's no denying that there are some elements to his game that we want to see him improve on. Free throw shooting, maybe a low post game, maybe stretching the floor. According to Mitchell Robinson, he can do it, but he feels like the coaching staff is holding him back. All Mitch needed was a point guard, and we got him one. Breakout year incoming. Hell yeah, Amari. This is what I'm trying to say. Mitchell Robinson, his 4 years with the Knicks, did not have a serious point guard to set him up. Now give him Jalen Brunson, it's game over. Do you think injuries will haunt his career? I do not think so. Last year, he proved to be able to stay healthy. He played 72 games last year, only missed 10. That's a lot. That's a lot of games that he played. He was underpaid throughout his career. Let the man eat. He deserves it. Facts, man. This is the time to celebrate Mitchell Robinson getting paid rather than worrying about, oh, we gave him too much. No. Mitchell Robinson was a second-round pick, overperforming his contract. He was getting paid nothing compared to other big men around the league, and he's playing better than them. And now this is the time where Mitchell Robinson is set, and he gets the money he deserves, man. Big money Mitch. Big money Mitch. Don't forget that DeAndre Jordan got paid $20 million a season to do the same thing as an LA Clipper, and no one was complaining. Hey, man, everyone's going to complain regardless of what happens with the Knicks. It's just the reality of it. I'm used to it. Knicks fans are used to it. It's all good. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, man. It's all good. After the Brunson signing, our chances of making the playoffs went from 30% to 42%. I wonder if it even went higher now that we re-signed Mitch. I think so. The whole reality of this offseason, guys, is what the Knicks are doing is they're trying to improve this roster, and that's obvious. And I think the Knicks deserve some credit here. Because for the people that are upset that they overpaid Brunson and now they're upset that they overpaid Mitchell Robinson, you have to realize, like, what else would you want them to do? That's what I want to ask you, those type of people. What do you want them to do? You want them to keep Alec Burks, keep Nerlens Noel, keep Kemba Walker, and basically run it back with the same exact team as last year that didn't make the play-in tournament? Or do you want them to get rid of those three veterans that, first of all, opens up playing opportunity for guys like Quentin Grimes and Emmanuel Quickley and Obi Toppin and all the young players, while going out there and getting an ascending young point guard in Jalen Brunson to help out this team that has playoff experience, that went to the Western Conference Finals, that outplayed Donovan Mitchell in a playoff series, that is ascending in this league in Jalen Brunson. Like, what do you rather the Knicks do? You know, they're being active. They're cleaning up their mistakes. They're trying to improve this roster. Unfortunately, the reality is this Knicks team is not ready to compete for a title. And I think every single Knicks fan understands that. When I come up here being hyped up, I'm not saying, oh, we're going all the way, we're now a contender. No. I'm just happy that the New York Knicks front office was not content with what they did last offseason, and they're cleaning up their mistakes by shipping off the veterans that had no value on this team anymore in terms of playing-wise. Because, again, shipping off those 3 players in Birch, Noel, and Kemba, number one, it gives us cap flexibility in free agency to sign Brunson and sign Hartenstein and re-sign Mitch, but it also opens up playing opportunity for the young guys. Remember throughout the season where everyone, including me, was like, play the kids, play the kids? Well, the kids were not getting a lot of minutes because of guys like Alec Burks. So that's what I'm trying to say, man. When people are complaining about the Knicks' moves, what other options do they have? You can say the trade market. You can say they should trade for this player or that player. Trades are not guaranteed. Very hard to get a big-time star in the trade market. And guess what? The Knicks still have all the ammunition they possibly need to acquire a star via the trade market if a star becomes available. You see what I'm trying to say here? For all the people that just are upset about the overpaying of these players, I just have to ask you, what else would you want them to do this offseason? Sit back and not get new players and not get talented players to come to the Knicks? They need to absolutely make a big-time change. Last year was an abomination. Last year was a terrible season for the Knicks, finishing with a 37-win season. You got to be able to make improvements. You got to be able to clean up your mistakes, and that's what this front office has done. And I'm hoping that the Knicks are not done. Right? That's what I'm hoping right now. My boy Wardy's in the chat. Hype in the chat, Knicks fans. Hashtag road to 10K. Hell yeah, man. Road to 10,000 subscribers. If you guys can help me out, hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button for your boy. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. So now next up is RJ getting extended. I don't know if that's going to happen like today or tomorrow, but probably happen in the next month or two. Don't hate, appreciate. First of all, it's not your money. Facts. Secondly, Mitch played great, and the team is building. This is one of the first times the Knicks brass is doing the right way. Yes, yes, yes. AON is speaking facts, baby. If you tweeted this, I'd retweet this, my man. I love it. We locked up a great young big man and actually signed a legit point guard. Finally! That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. I love the energy. I love the energy. Working on my final and watching a Knicks Media Live. Life is good right now. Hey, good luck. Good luck on your final, bro, and I appreciate you tuning in. Trading draft picks in a rebuild is the right way. Do you know how many draft picks we still have, sir? I don't know if you know the amount of draft picks we have. It's kind of ridiculous. The draft picks we traded away were second rounders, which are nothing compared to what we actually have ammo-wise to still go out there and build through the draft and trade for players. The Knicks put themselves in a great situation to be able to afford to package off some capital to get off those contracts by still maintaining cap flexibility and still maintaining. Thanks for reminding the man. 22 picks in 7 years. Bruh. And there's people upset that we had to give up draft picks, that we're not rebuilding properly. We have 22 picks in 7 years. 11 first rounders. 11. Yes, I know a lot of it are protected, but those are still tradable assets. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm trying to say. Mitch celebrated the bag by posted a video of him swimming in his pool. I love that. Shout out to Mitch, man. 22 picks. Yes, sir. Do you agree with the Knicks building their team via trades like Bulls or via draft? I personally don't necessarily mind the trade this year. Listen, we've been building through the draft for the past 3 or 4 seasons with drafting Mitch, drafting RJ, drafting Grimes, drafting Quick, drafting Deuce, drafting Obi, and then we trade for Cam. Now we built through the draft. Now it's time to hit the trade market for sure. This is why we stockpile all this ammunition to be aggressive in the trade market. So, Joey, to answer your question, I think they could do both. They built through the draft all these years. Now we have those draft picks on the team to develop. Now it's time to be aggressive in the trade market. We got a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. Great offseason. Piled first-round picks. Signed Jalen Brunson. Re-signed Mitch. Upgraded backup center. Dumped vets. Not baited into bad deals. Don't buy the hate. Ooh, this is one of my favorite super chats we've got on the channel so far this offseason. Look at that. Great offseason. Piled first-round picks. Facts. Signed Jalen Brunson. Re-signed Mitchell Robinson. Upgraded backup center. Dumped the vets that we don't want to see on this roster anymore. Not baited into bad deals. Don't buy the hate. It's all good, man. The Knicks will get hate no matter what they do. And that's the reality of it. Knicks for clicks is real. And it's okay. I'm numb to it by now. This is a very good super chat, man. Would you sign LaVine? I don't think the Knicks have... I mean, the Knicks have to get creative to sign LaVine. They would have to trade away Fournier, probably trade away Reddish, waive Taj, first of all, to make enough money for that. To have enough money for that. Rayology coming in with the facts in the chat. If you understand the structure of the CBA and how it works, raises and percentages pertaining to the market value of players, and get an understanding of how inflation works, you'd see this ain't an overpay. Facts, man. Everyone just looks at the number and they just immediately react like, what? That's so much money overpay, without knowing the reality of the situation that Rayology is trying to portray. And this refers to Jalen Brunson as well, man. This refers to Jalen Brunson. Trade RJ and Obi for potato chips. Yo, you guys just be saying stuff. You guys. Subbed, hey, The Circle 360. Welcome to the Knicks Media family, my man. Appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Jalen Brunson does not move the needle. Same old Knicks making same old moves. Listen, man, what would have moved the needle for the Knicks this offseason? There's no other free agents out there that the Knicks could have got, in my opinion. They still have the ammo to go out there and make a trade. Jalen Brunson was not brought here to save the franchise. He was brought here to be part of the turnaround. Part of it, not the reason for it. That's what my stance is, man. The New York Knicks is doing what they can to improve this roster based on who's available in the market. It's not like they can just go out there and sign all these superstars. They have to build it the right way. They have to start winning with their young core. And why not add an ascending point guard to your team when your young core is developing properly, with RJ going into year 4, with IQ and Obi going into year 3, with Grimes and Deuce and Jericho going into year 2, Cam Reddish. Listen, man, we're giving the young core an opportunity to play while adding a guy in Jalen Brunson who has deep playoff experience last year, who is an ascending young player, man. Like, that's my take, man. Like, what else do you want the Knicks to do? Sit on their hands and run it back with the same team as last year? That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get, man. Eric with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate the support on the channel. Glad we got a backup center. Pray nothing happens to Mitch, but if something does, we have Isaiah and Sims. Facts, man. The center position is now deep. We have 3 guys I'm comfortable with, not to mention Taj Gibson if we do not cut him. So, as of right now, we have 4 big men. One of them goes down. I got confidence in the other ones to step in. Appreciate the $5 super chat, my brother. Yes, my man, talking facts. Love the content here in the UK. We need good locker room guys who are here for the Knicks, not for themselves. Facts. And that's another thing that I want to say about Jalen Brunson that Knicks fans should be happy about him. He wanted to come to the Knicks for so many reasons. His father was on the Knicks when he was a little kid. And Jalen Brunson was on the Garden floor when he was a little kid. There's so many ties to Jalen Brunson. He chose to leave a team that went to the Western Conference Finals who has a superstar Luka to come to the Knicks. When do the Knicks ever have a free agent player that wants to come here? Right? Welcome Jalen with open arms and be happy that Mitchell Robinson got paid the money he deserves. Congrats, Mitch. Solid moves. And by the way, front office are supposed to correct the mistakes they make. Disingenuous front office stay in their mess. I appreciate this front office for making necessary corrections. Facts, Rayology. This man has been killing it in the chat today. This is what I need people to understand is for the people that are upset with overpaying Jalen Brunson and the moves that they made so far. And I said it already. What do you want them to do? Run it back with the same team as last year that was complete trash and have Alec Burks be your point guard? I mean, what is the solution here in your eyes? They have to do something. No one is here saying Jalen Brunson is now going to make us a championship team. Nobody is saying that. But there's no denying that Jalen Brunson has now made the Knicks a better team. The Knicks are going to win more than 37 games this year. I promise you that. How many more games they'll win? That is yet to be seen. You got to also put into consideration adding Jalen Brunson with all the young players getting better. Development. RJ taking another step in year 4. Quickly taking another step in year 3. Obi on the verge of breaking out. Julius Randle potentially playing better ball with Jalen Brunson there. Mitchell Robinson getting better, entering year 5. I mean, you got to realize that the Knicks did what they needed to do this offseason, man. They cleaned up their mistakes, and I'm happy for that. A lot of front offices could just be like, all right, we made a mistake last offseason by signing Burks, signing Noel, signing these players. We're tied to these contracts. We're screwed. No, they were active. They're progressive. They're calling teams like, we will give you second-round picks just to take away these contracts. We do not want these bums on our team. That takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of heart to be able to do that. And I respect them for doing that. The Knicks are far from perfect right now. There's still a lot of moves yet to be made. But there's no reason to be upset. So that's my takes, man. If you agree with the takes, great. If you disagree with the takes, that's totally okay. This is why sports is awesome. This is why sports is awesome, man. Now, when it comes to Mitchell Robinson, what type of player is he going to become now with this contract? Is he going to stay healthy? Is he going to improve? Is he going to get better? Is he going to prove to be an even better player with this contract or what? I think so. I think so. Good move, New York. If you stay ready and really start balling, that's a lot of money. 40 mil. What the hell? Well, listen, man. That beat in the background is fire. Thanks, bro. Switched it up today. Fans are nuts. They think we can trade everything for Donovan Mitchell or KD or make a huge turnaround in one free agency when we aren't ready to do so. Hell yeah. It's true. Great young talent. Mitch needs to work on a J. According to Mitch, he has a J, but the coaching staff doesn't allow him to unlock it. Now, I don't know who's true. I don't know. I don't know if Mitch is lying or the coaching staff knows what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Isaiah deals A+. Hell yeah, man. Isaiah Hardenstein. He's going to be a fan favorite, bro. He's going to be a fan favorite. Money-making Mitch. Do you see a trade for Evan? I can imagine Randle staying given his deflated value. I think Julius Randle is here. Like, I know everyone wants Julius Randle gone, but expect Julius Randle to be here this season. When it comes to Fournier, the only way they move off of Fournier is if they have another move underneath their belt. They're not going to move Fournier without adding someone else. So, we will see. I was originally against the Brunson signing because I didn't get his basketball fit on this clunky roster with limited spacing, but I've come around. But this depends on the moves this front office makes. Fuck, hell yeah, man. Another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. Front office realizing young core potential early. They were a problem for competing teams in the Eastern Conference at the final stretch. That's the fix and direction. Yeah, man. Listen, this front office is not perfect. This front office has not won me over yet. They have not proved to me that they can build a championship roster yet. But what they've shown me this offseason is that they're not afraid to clean up their own mistakes. Now, the thing about that is we shouldn't be parading the front office for even making the mistakes to begin with, which was last year, giving those contracts out. But the good news is that this front office is not afraid to admit when they're wrong and understand that they need to clean up those mistakes before it really spirals downward even further. So that's my take on that, where this front office has not proved to be anything where Knicks fans should be, throwing a parade that, oh my God, we're actually going to get all these superstars. We're going to go to the finals yet. But they've proved that they have the courage and they have the will to be able to fix their mistakes and learn and be active. And I like that. I respect that because not a lot of front offices, especially with the Knicks past regimes, would do that. What do we do with Randle? Does he demand a trade? I don't think Randle is going to go anywhere, if I had to guess. I think Julius Randle is going to stay put, and I think Julius Randle is going to have a better season this year than last. I really genuinely believe that. I think with the addition of Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson getting better and RJ getting better, and Julius Randle with a full offseason to learn from his mistakes from last season, I think that Julius Randle is going to be here this season, and he's going to have a good year. I believe that. I know you guys don't want to hear that from me. You want me to scream of saying trade Randle. I know 95% of Knicks fans want to trade Randle, and maybe I'm in the minority. Maybe I'm the 5% that's okay with if we don't trade him. But at the same time, if we do trade him, I wouldn't be upset because I do love Obi Toppin. I can get behind that. Strong Island, mark my words, RJ will be an all-star this year. Book it, Strong Island. Book that. My man RJ going for that all-star this year, year 4. RJ would be an all-star if he played the way he did when 2022 came around. He averaged 23.5 points per game. Really great numbers throughout that season, but he had a really slow start to the season. That's what really held him back. Kai with a donation. Thank you so much, brother. I'm loving the move so far from the front office. Would you like to see come to the Knicks in a sign and trade in the future? Loving the content. Thank you, Kai. Appreciate the love, bro. If they want to move off of Evan Fournier, I would be all for that. Even though Evan Fournier is no scrub, he is the best player on the Knicks in terms of shooting the ball from downtown. So if we move off of Fournier, we better add someone that can shoot the ball, but we also need to add someone that can play defense because that's where Evan Fournier becomes a liability is his defense. So I would like the Knicks to get off of Fournier's contract. I would definitely prefer that. So let's see that. I don't know what team is going to do that. I don't know if we have to give up assets to get him off, but we'll see, man. Leo with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate the donation as always. The issue that I have is your analysis that Randle is a very good player isn't proven by his numbers or the film. Yeah, so I just feel like what I saw from Julius Randle 2 seasons ago with the Knicks and last year with the Knicks has proven to me that he's not the number one guy, and I think we all understand that. I think Julius Randle tried to be the face of the team, and it worked for a season. And then year number 2 with that repertoire, he just didn't step up to the plate, and he was not able to handle the pressure of being the guy that the offense runs through. And now with the addition of Jalen Brunson, I feel like Julius Randle doesn't have to worry about having the offense run through him. He can take a step back. He can become the second or third option to the Jalen Brunson and the RJ Barretts of the world, where I feel like Julius Randle is no bum. Like, people making it seem like Randle is a terrible basketball player. I just don't see that. I saw what Julius Randle did with this Knicks team 2 seasons ago. I know he has that in him. I know he has that ability to be a very good player in this league. And I'm not holding on to that season 2 years ago and just saying he can do that all over again because that was ridiculous. I mean, what he did that season was, historic. What I'm trying to say is I still feel like Julius Randle is a player that could turn it around this year with the addition of Jalen Brunson. I think with Randle with the true point guard on the team, it's only going to benefit him. So he doesn't have to worry about being the full-time playmaker. I mean, Julius Randle leads the team in assists. Like, that's bad. That means we don't have a point guard. Like, we don't want Randle to lead the team in assists. You feel me? You give him a point guard to run the show a little bit, take the pressure off of Randle. Then there's not going to be as many double teams going Julius Randle's way. He doesn't have to take the ball up. He doesn't have to worry about running, a pick and roll as becoming the ball handler as much, because we all know that Randle's not an instinctual good ball handler and he's not a good playmaker. Well, I would say he's a terrible playmaker, but he turns the ball over way too much when the ball's in his hand too much. So all I'm trying to say is I understand why a lot of Knicks fans want him gone for a multitude of reasons. And I'm not saying that Julius Randle, I'm not saying I'm not against trading away Julius Randle, but I guess I just really believe that Randle's no bum, and I feel like that he still has an opportunity to play better this season. And hey, man, it's okay. But the one thing I will say about Julius Randle that did tick me off, and still ticks me off to this day, where if he does it again this season, then he has to be gone by the trade deadline, is his energy, his demeanor. That was inexcusable. That's the one thing that really ticks me off about Julius Randle, and I'll be straight up about that, is thumbsing down the crowd, saying shut the F up to the crowd, moping around, not showing leadership, not showing energy, which is wild because that was not the case 2 seasons ago. It was the opposite. Randle was the leader. He was showing passion. He was showing fire. He was showing grit. He was showing everything that you want in a franchise player. And then last year when things were going south, he reacted in a really bad way. So that's really my take on Randle. Kevin Knox back to NYC. Nice. He signed with Detroit. How are y'all Knicks fans? I'd kill myself because we're the most loyal and the best fan base on the entire planet. How about that, bro? The Knicks have been terrible we know how long they've been terrible. And look at our fan base. We're not going anywhere because we're a loyal bunch. That's how, baby. Because Knicks fans, they know basketball. I'd argue that the Knicks fan base knows more about basketball than any other fan base. Facts. Rose getting injured really hurt us last year. Oh, yeah, it did. Who takes the last shot, though? RJ, Brunson, even Randle, IQ. Solid free agency so far. Silver lining is we still have all our young talent. Knicks are doing better, and they get credit for it. Yeah, man, we still got all our young talent. RJ is a killer. Ask Tatum and Levine. Barrett better than Tatum and Levine. Ooh, that's a bold take. How does Rose fit on the point guard list? He's going to be the backup point guard behind Brunson. The NBA needs us. That's a fact. When the Knicks are good, the NBA thrives. And that's a fact. LOL, you see the Nets fans in the playoffs, hella quiet, but the Garden was rocking when we was there. Every game we pop off in the Garden. Facts, which is why I say the Knicks have the best fan base. You go to a Knicks game at the end of the year when they're out of the playoffs, and it feels like you're in a playoff game. That's how much we all love this team so much. I love it. Who want Julius Randle gone? The Obi Toppin fans only. Yeah, man. There's a lot of people that want Randle gone, bro. A lot. And I say a lot. Ronald, is a negative attitude crushed his young Knicks spirit. New York didn't know how to handle his betrayal. If we're going to bring him back, the NY fan is going to rain boos on this guy if you react negative. Yeah, man. He didn't really handle that well. Julius Randle is not a basketball fit. Don't really care about his antics like that. To get a slight version of 2020, 2021 JR, you need him to be an efficient jump shooter, something he hasn't been over 8 years. I mean, he was that one season, right? He was an efficient shooter that 1 year where he shot 40% from three. It wasn't just shooting a low percentage, wasn't shooting low volume. He was shooting high volume and still hitting 40%. So hopefully that would be the case. Make Grimes a starter. I love that. Grimes has a lot of potential in this league, man. Love his defensive energy. Love his three-point jump shot. One of the most pure shooters I've seen the Knicks draft. in a long time, man. All Randle has to do is play better, and the fans will over him. That is true. I mean, Knicks fans react of what the product is on the court. When JR was the guy 2 seasons ago, he won Knicks fans' hearts. And then last year, he didn't play that well. You know what's crazy about Randle? I don't know if you guys know this, but the first 3 games of last season, Julius Randle was playing like an all-star. I'm not saying that we should just look at those 3 games and not the rest of the season, but it is wild because I remember being an opening night against the Celtics, watching Julius Randle drop a 35-point bomb in a triple overtime game, and I'm like, wow. I'm thinking in my head, like, wow, the Knicks really have a star in Randle. And then the next game he goes off. The next game he goes off. I'm pretty sure he was averaging 28 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block in the first 3 games. And I'm like, damn, Randle is the guy. And then we all know that he completely took a step back for the rest of the year. So it's like, where is that Randle? Where is that consistency? As a Mavs fan, Brunson is the answer. Hey, I love to hear that. Appreciate that. Leo with another $5 super chat says, Brunson, RJ, Randle, all lefty players. Do you think this will have a positive impact on our offensive output? More cohesion on offense, in my opinion. Yeah, I think the lefty narrative is really, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, in terms of, I don't think it's a bad thing if we have 3 lefties. I mean, there's some teams that have 5 righties, right? Why can't you have 5 lefties on a team? What's the difference, right? You're more dominant going to one side than the other. And RJ's proved to be able to be ambidextrous with his hands. He's working on his right hands a lot. And I don't think having 3 lefties is a problem. I agree, Leo. Appreciate the donation as always, bro. JR is not a leader. That is what makes Brunson so important to the scheme. High B-ball IQ. Yeah, I think Randle has proved to not be the leader. RJ's the leader. And he's the young leader, baby. Brunson is the best point guard since 2016 D Rose. Yeah, guys, do I have to remind Knicks fans the point guards we've had in the last 10 to 15 years? Starting on opening day. Like, it's been bad. So be happy that we got a real point guard, please. Instead of worrying about all these other things. Yeah, crazy that Julius only like 26. He's 27, which is he's still got a lot of juice left. Randle is a solid 3rd option, and I've always said that. I always said that Julius Randle could be a very good player on this Knicks team if we make him the 3rd option instead of the 1st. Make RJ number 1 option. We gave RJ that opportunity last season in January, and guess what? He took off. 23.5 points per game when he was the number 1 option. Now, I don't think RJ is going to be a number 1 option on a championship team. I think we still need someone to be added to him, but I think RJ Barrett could be a guy like, Chris Middleton or something like that in terms of being, a Robin to a superstar like a Giannis. Not saying we're getting Giannis, but you know what I'm trying to say? RJ's that great complement star to a really big star. He's going to develop into that. I'm not capping RJ's potential, but that's just where I see it. We're putting the hater in timeout. How about that? Because I have power, baby. My stream. Hey, man, I'm not saying that's a ceiling. Just so you know. I'm not saying his ceiling is Chris Middleton. I'm just saying I can see him become that player that is, a number 2 option on a championship team. There's nothing wrong with that. He could easily become a number 1 guy and become a superstar. I'm not saying he can't do that, but that's basically what I feel like is a realistic approach without me being delusional. Don't make it seem like I'm capping him out of Chris Middleton. That was just a comparison I made because that was the first, 2nd option on a championship team that came to my mind in Chris Middleton. You know the comparison I made for RJ? Actually, now I'm going to say this, and everyone's going to clown me for it. I don't really care, to be honest. But when the Knicks drafted him, I always thought of RJ Barrett as a lefty Dwayne Wade. I don't know. I always felt like he has that D Wade to him where he's a slasher, has, not the greatest. Well, we've seen RJ improve his three-point jump shot. Well, D Wade was not a good three-point shooter from downtown in his career. I think he has D Wade in him. He has Jimmy Butler in him. I think that's a good comparison. He's the Maple Mamba, baby. Some people see DeRozan in him. Yeah, man. I always saw some D Wade in his game. And bro, if he becomes D Wade, I think Knicks fans will be happy about that. Trust me. But yeah, Mitchell. We're talking about all these other players besides the big news, which is Mitchell Robinson. Big money Mitch. Big money Mitch. Let's go. We have over 1,000 people tuning into the stream with 270 likes. Let's see you guys hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Let's get to 500 likes by the end of the stream, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's go. Let's go. When I compared him to Middleton, I wasn't comparing him saying that his ceiling is Chris Middleton. My point was the first name that came to my head that was number 2 on a championship team was Middleton in recent memory. Don't make it seem like I think that he's going to be a Chris Middleton. I think his potential is way higher than that. Way higher. RJ is better than Middleton. I agree. I need Mitch to average 11, 12, and 3. Hey, yeah. I mean, I really think he has the talent to do this, bro. That's not far-fetched. That's not far-fetched. Way higher than an NBA championship and an All-Star. That's what I'm trying to say, man. That's what I'm trying to say. I think fans will be happy with that. Always been a fan of your channel, bro. Keep up the amazing work. Go Knicks. Thank you so much, Troy. I appreciate that, bro. It means a lot to me that you tune into Knicks media and you've been a fan for quite a bit. Haters are here because their team don't have an active fan community. Ooh, DJ, that was a good one. I like this. This is what I'm trying to say. The Knicks fan base is different. We're out here. We are out here. Knicks fans, there's nothing like this fan base, bro. There's nothing like this fan base, and nobody can convince me otherwise. Nobody. Who is Mitch's backup center? We signed Isaiah Hardenstein, and we have Jericho Sims. Would I trade RJ for Donovan? No, I would not. You trade for Donovan to pair Donovan with RJ. If you give away RJ for Donovan, it's like, all right, RJ's on that trajectory to become a star. We need to package players and picks for Donovan to bring him here to pair him up with RJ. Right? We're building around RJ Barrett. We don't use him as a trade asset. And no, I'm not saying that I think this and that, but RJ deserves to be here long term. Chris has respect. Mitch deserves it. He's still growing. He had a great year. He's not fragile. He's a winner. Best of all, he's not Kyrie. Good one. I like it. Did you see the mock trade? I did see that mock trade. Like, what was that? RJ, D Rose, and 2 first-round picks for DeAndre Fox. What? RJ's biggest improvement needs to be getting more lift going to the basket. He barely jumps off the ground, and he gets a lot of his shots blocked. Yeah, I think the RJ Barrett development in year 4 is going to be about him finishing at the rim at a high clip, his mid-range shot, and his free throws. I think those 3 things are going to have an improvement this season. 5 years, 137.5 rookie extension for RJ at 27.5 mil. Bro, if that happens, that's a very good contract if that is the case. I think it's going to be a little more than that. But if that's what it is, that's a very good contract, man. $2 super chat. If Jalen can be what Felton was, we good. Yeah. Facts. Yo, Richie, can we trade Randall Reddish 2 seconds for Donovan Mitchell or Zach LaVine? I would do that for sure. It would take probably more than 2 seconds. We have to do first round picks. John with the $2 super chat. RJ needs to work on his free throws. His free throws are 50-50. Yeah, man. I'll never forget 2 seasons ago, the year we went to the 4th seed, that game against the Memphis Grizzlies late in the season, which propelled the Knicks. It was the first victory on that 9-game winning streak. And by the way, without this victory, I don't think the Knicks would have made the playoffs at all, because we were 3 games under 500 at this point. The Knicks were getting blown out by the Memphis Grizzlies, and if we lost that game, we would have been 4 games under 500 in March. But in that game, if you guys remember, RJ Barrett took over. 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. He scores 15 points to force overtime. RJ Barrett gets fouled on a 3-point attempt, and the Knicks are down by 3 with 15 seconds left. RJ Barrett needs to hit all 3 free throws to force overtime. And I'll never forget, I was at the Garden, and my instincts was like, oh my God, RJ's going to miss one of these. I know it. Like, come on, RJ, like, please. I'm like, can barely watch. RJ hits all 3 free throws to force overtime, and then he hits the game winner in overtime to beat John Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then the New York Knicks go on. That's the first victory of a 9-game winning streak, which propels the Knicks up to the 4th seed. That's just a little example of a memory I have of RJ in year 2 of his true upside, man. RJ needs to step it up this year for the Brunson deal to work. Oh, he will step it up this year. There's no way he's going to regress. RJ is getting 30 a year, especially if RJ takes another step. Hell yeah. You think we're done? You know, there's options out there that the Knicks can pursue other guys via the trade market, but we're done free agency wise unless we trade someone else. Like we don't have enough money to afford anybody else. Happy Bobby Vanilla Day. Favorite Mets fans day. RJ has that Mamba mentality, which is why I absolutely am super high on him, man. RJ is the Knicks Eli. Stay even no matter what. Yeah, man, the Knicks have been waiting for a franchise guy that can be the face of the Knicks, that can stay even keel through the highs and the lows, take the burn, take the heat, take the praise, whatever you call it. Do you think Julius will be traded? I do not think he'll be traded. I could be wrong, but I feel like Julius Randle is going to be here at the start of the season. Could he be traded at the deadline? Yes. Could he be traded next offseason? Yes. But when it comes to this offseason, I don't see Randle getting dealt. If you would trade RJ for Donovan, you don't know basketball. I'm sorry. Guys, if we're trading for Donovan, the whole idea is to pair up Donovan with RJ. Right? We don't want to ship RJ away for Donovan. We want to pair them up together. Kemba was not good with the Knicks. He was a defensive liability. Had like 3-4 good games with the Knicks. Didn't fit with the system. Just a bad contract to begin with. We want Jalen Brunson's better than Kemba right now. I mean, Kemba in his prime, there's no denying that Kemba was better, but Kemba's not in his prime no more. I love RJ, but Donovan's better. Donovan is a better player than RJ Barrett. That's not what I'm saying at all. But the idea is to pair up Donovan with RJ, right? So Donovan becomes the number 1, RJ 2 guy. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Richie, who's your number 1 option for next season? You know, there's not really one guy that stands out. I'm hoping that can be RJ, maybe Brunson and Randle. You know, those are the 3 guys to choose from. RJ's not available for trade, plain and simple. Facts. Anybody mentioning RJ in a trade, sorry, not happening. He's staying put long term, if you like it or not. Would like to see Brunson, RJ, Obi, Randle, Mitch starting lineup, although it may not be likely. You want Obi at the 3? That would be fun. I mean, that would be fun to see. You have to develop through the draft. We could develop our own stars and not to overpay for someone else's. Yeah, and that's what we're doing, man. We're developing RJ Barrett. How about this guy? Right? We developed this man. The New York Knicks developed him. Now he's getting paid. We're developing RJ Barrett. He's going to get paid. We're developing quickly in Obi. We're developing Grimes, Deuce, and Jericho. You know, those are all picks that we drafted. I'm saying. Why do you think people are still sleeping on RJ? Listen, man, regardless of anything, there's going to be people sleeping and hating on anybody. I mean, the best players in the world gets hated on. Steph Curry, he has haters. LeBron James has haters. Even Michael Jordan has haters somehow. That's just and I'm not comparing RJ to those top people. Don't make it seem like I'm comparing RJ to LeBron or anything. But my point is, no matter if you're the greatest player in the world or an okay player in the world or the worst player in the world, there's going to be haters. And that's the reality with it, man. That's the reality of life. Not even sports. You can compare that with anything in life. It's the reality of it. But guys, this stream, someone asked why is RJ the topic? Because RJ Barrett is probably going to be the next domino to fall in terms of getting an extension. We just signed Mitchell Robinson to get paid. Now, probably RJ is the next guy to get that extension. That's why he's the topic right now. Don't sleep on Trevor Keelis. He could become a Marcus Smart type. Yeah, bro. I actually made a whole video on him, why we should not sleep on him. Richard with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate that. Welcome back, Blockness Monster. Yes, sir. Mitchell Robinson is the Blockness Monster. Money Mitch making his money. Yes, sir. Knicks fans should be pumped up about this because Mitchell Robinson deserves this. He got developed by the Knicks organization, and now he's back for the next 4 seasons. Thank you, Richard, for the $10 super chat, brother. I love the Blockness Monster analogy. I love that nickname because he is a Blockness Monster. He's a second chance beast. He's an offensive glass monster. He's a menace. Oh, he's a menace. Yes, yes, sir. I don't know, man. I'm just happy that the Knicks are finally taking care of their own players. I had a feeling during the season last year, and I'm like, oh no, is this Mitchell Robinson's last year with the Knicks? I sure hope not. I want to make sure that he's here long term. And Leon Rose heard my cries, and he answered. Fournier is the worst fit on this team by far. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing about Fournier is he is a very good player offensively. Broke the Knicks record for three-point shooting, spaces the floor, shot creation, all those things. But we know defensively, huge liability does not help out this team. Even though he does have some cool steals, getting to the passing lanes and stuff. But when it comes to on-ball defense and a heavy switching defense in Tom Thibodeau's system, doesn't really work. How do you feel about Quickly? I think Emmanuel Quickly is a very young, talented player on this team where, you know, it seems like he's never going to be a starter, especially with signing Jalen Brunson to this contract. So if he has to be a long-term six-man, I feel like that will be a positive for him. I think he could be that energy off the bench. I do think that his potential is better than that. I think that he could become a player in the future of his career to be a starter. I think that's how good he is. But when it comes to the Knicks and the way the roster is constructed, he is a guy that you give him an opportunity to run the show, he's a great player. He is a great player. He's like Lou Will. I like Fournier here. He has a lot of knowledge about the game. He does. Fournier was one of the players that I made sure to watch a lot of his press conferences because he broke down the game very well. Tavon, what's good, bro? Yo, Richie, we got Mitch Robinson back, Brunson here, but we still need that MVP and Randle to come out. How do you think we get a Randle back to where he was a few years ago? I think the first step is getting him a point guard, and we already did that. We got him Jalen Brunson. Like, you guys remember when Knicks fans were chanting MVP to Julius Randle 2 years ago? Just saying. We do need Randle to come out. We need Randle to break out again. Now, we do not know if that's going to happen or if that's ever going to happen again. But we need it. Because let me say this. If Julius Randle goes back to his all-star ways and Jalen Brunson is here playing the way we expect him to become, RJ Barrett gets better in year number 4, Mitchell Robinson gets better when he gets paid, and the young core all developing, this team could be pretty darn fun. I don't know how good they'll be. I don't know their ceiling. I don't know how far they'll get. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs. But the reality is the big X factor of this team is Julius Randle. And I think that no one's expecting him to become that all-star he was 2 years ago. But you never know, man. If he does become that, that's very, very good, obviously. So, guys, Mitchell Robinson is back with the New York Knicks for the next 4 seasons. Knicks fans should be pumped up about this news. It's a very good thing that the New York Knicks have re-signed their big man to a 4-year, $60 million contract. If you guys could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and help me to get my 10,000 subscriber goal. We just hit 9K yesterday. Let's get the 10K ASAP because we are growing rapidly here at Knicks Media because of all you guys. Thank you for all the Knicks fans that tunes in. Thank you for NBA fans coming in or not Knicks fans to show love and show hate. Thanks for people that show love and hate on this channel because without any of you guys, none of this is possible, bro. Tavon, bro, I love your analysis on this team. Too much props to you, bro. Thank you so much, Tavon. That means a lot, brother. That means a lot that you appreciate what I have to say. Not everyone can agree with me, but I'm happy at least I got someone. I got Tavon that agrees with me. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. And that's the reality of sports talk. Nobody, you go on sports media, even national-wise, First Take, Get Up, NBA Today, no one's going to agree with everything that they're saying. Of course people are going to disagree with me. That's part of this whole do it. Woo! All right, guys, we got 343 likes with 762 people watching. Smash that thumbs up button if you guys are enjoying the show and you guys want to see more Knicks content. I'll be making videos today. I'll be making some videos of future moves, of course, on this channel. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We got some Giants fans talking crap in the chat. Giants better than the Jets. Oh, Steven. We're not going to get into football talk now, are we? All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up the stream now. We've been live for over an hour. Mitchell Robinson, welcome back to the New York Knicks on a 4-year deal. And I'm pumped up, man. I'm pumped up. Let them know, baby. Jets are better. Nah, I'm just making the joke. The block monster is back. Money Mitch gets paid. Welcome back. Let's go, Knicks. I'll catch you guys in my next video or stream. I'm gonna wrap it up here. And I'm very pumped up right now. I was waiting for this news. I was hoping it came out this morning, and it did. I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into all these Knicks Media live streams. It does mean a lot that you guys help out the channel grow. You guys hit the thumbs up button. You guys spam the chat. You guys do a lot of fun things. So I just want to say thank you, everybody. From the bottom of my heart, Knicks Media appreciates you guys. Let's go, Knicks. And I'll catch you guys in my next video / live stream. Enjoy your weekend and happy early 4th of July.